Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday already. Good morning, good morning. Make sure all my thumbnails look correct. Beautiful. Happy Wednesday. Make sure everything is squared away, all set. Beautiful. All right. Evelina, good morning. Dr. Divot, Nathan P, Steve. Sorry about being a couple minutes late. My PC got caught updating, and I didn't have anything else to do but wait. But we're good now. We are all set. I gotta get the giveaway up and running. Beautiful. All set. Keyword is edgeful for today. And then last thing to go and get up. No market news as of this morning. We did have a pretty rocky session last night. Still worked out very well. I'm going to go and look into, so we're going to take a look at the IBs from last night. The modification that we made to close the position after it hits the stop loss at 75% worked beautifully last night. The only unfortunate part is I think the stop loss needs to get a little bit higher than 50% of the IB. Last night for Asia session, so I'll go and draw in Globex first. Globex, we had, and find the open Globex, we had odds favoring longs regardless, so I did go long early. I ended up losing. Even though we did have the low form first, high form second, I went long at about 846. And then we had news that Trump and Iran are probably not going to have an agreement or a deal made. And we had about 140 point drop, 150 point drop. Yeah, actually 180 points in the course of like 45 minutes. So we had that drop, and then Asia IB came in set bullish. So we had the low form first, high form second. There's our Asia IB. And this one, luckily I did not get to sit down at my PC early enough. So I didn't get the long entry. By the time I got back and sat at my PC, at my setup, price had already come and dropped well below 75%. The flip for this position, though, it was very unfortunate last night. It was a double stop loss. But the concept is there. We've flipped to shorts, TP at IB low, because as soon as we get underneath 50, you really 75 and 50%, both of those, as soon as you get underneath that, the continuation chance to go lower is much, much higher. We can go over to the data for this. IB by rejection, I have it set to Asia. Go back to Asia time frame. IB by rejection for last night. So we're looking at Tuesday, and that is because the data ends at 11:55. So it does not follow into the following trading session. Good morning, Elena. How you doing? Actually, let me say good morning to everyone first before we get too much into this. Trife, what's going on? Trirismo. April, how you doing? Dave Farlow, Jason, Ryder, Two Ghosts. What's going on, Ryder? Laddie, Arlo, how you doing? Ben Pips, Tim JV. Robert, how you doing? Mark, NQ Luke. Good morning, good morning. Morning, kind sir. What's going on? All right, so going back over to last night, shorts also played out really well. Once you take a look at the standard initial balance breakout, for Asia sessions on a Tuesday, actually, this is just Asia in general. This is not refined a weekday or anything. Asia in general, from 8 p.m. to 11:55, there is a 9% chance of having a double break, which is very significant. That's a beautiful stat. What that tells us is that for Asia session, until the midnight open, it's very unlikely that you're going to have a double break. And we didn't have the double break until midnight. This is refined to 11:55. And keep in mind, I don't know why this keeps happening. My QQQ and SPY chart are fine. These ones are set to 9:14. This keeps going back an hour. I don't know why. I keep saving it every time I alter it. But for this session, up to midnight, so 000, 11:55, you only have a 9% chance that price is going to double break. So if you see a directional move on the IB, it has a 9% chance to go and take the high or low of that IB for Asia session. So 8 to 9 is your Asia, and then your entry is 9 until 11:55 p.m. If you don't get it by then, don't worry about taking the trade. I hope a lot of you are asleep by that time frame unless you're in Pacific Standard. That's the concept with Asia. Globex is a little more volatile because you have such a large time frame. You have Globex directly into Asia. You really only have an hour to get in and out of the trade. So Globex is a 76% chance of having a double break. If anything, once you see Globex print and you see the low get put in, last night was an exception because we did have news. You can inverse it and then go long. This is also why I don't hold the position into Asia. This is why I don't hold the position into Asia open, because it's a very high chance that you're gonna get a double break. For just the IB by rejection in general for Asia, 66% and 82%. So last night it was a fluke. We had an 82% chance that we went and took the high, and that is with 16 outcomes. 13 of them would have been a win. 3 of them would have been a loss last night. Very unfortunate that we ended up going and taking the low. It is what it is. But the flip of that position, the concept is there. We just need to see if the stop loss should be just above the midpoint. If we retest the midpoint and go down. Again, I think last night was just a little upsetting. It was a little unlucky with the news, especially. And the size of the range as well. 25 points for the range last night from the midpoint for Asia. New York session, I don't think we're going to have that small of a range. Now going into today, I can get rid of, since we're not reviewing any more of those. Go over to QQQ and SPY. Okay, for today, we had that long yesterday. It was beautiful. We got out early because SPY went and took the high first. Beautiful continuation of previous day's high on Qs as well. This one ended up hitting right at about 12 o'clock noon, 12:15, and SPY hit at 11:15. So SPY hit an hour before. Beautiful stat, beautiful continuation. And what I'd be looking for on this for today, we have previous day's high at, actually, this is an outside day right now. We just bounced off of previous day's high. And then SPY is an inside day again. So we're diverged on the inside-outside days. Wednesdays, keep in mind, Wednesdays are the best day of the week to play the IB. We have the highest stats across the board. Go into IB by rejection for New York time frame. We'll get it on Qs, custom, Wednesday. we have a beautiful 92.8 and 83.3, and that's for QQQ. Of the past 12 weeks, we've had one loss on the high forming first, and for the past 14, we've had one loss with the low forming first. So 2 losses over the past 26 weeks. Very nice stat. Very strong continuation. One of the many reasons I love edgeful is I can set Asia IB custom time frame that stops at 11 p.m. I'm done trading in that time anyway. Awesome. What's going on, Ao? How you doing? Wendy, what's going on? Yeah, the stats are there for Wednesday. You have a very high chance of having a correct break. I'd also add in that diverged inside bar stat has been helping a lot as well. And this is all thanks to edgeful AI. So I have the diverged IB. I'm gonna bookmark this one as well. So we're gonna rename this, and this is going to be rename chat. This is gonna be diverged inside bars. Save and pin chat. So diverged inside bars, diverged IB. I know the abbreviation is the same. Gosh, this pollen is killing me today. I know the abbreviation is the same. The inside bars and IB are different things, though, just for anyone that isn't relatively new in here. For diverged inside bars, which is almost what we had again yesterday. It happened on Monday, which is why I think a lot of accounts were reset. There was a lot of new accounts. There was also an issue with Trade-Evate on Monday. It went down for Globex Open 6 o'clock to 6:20, I believe. So 20 minutes at Globex Open, it was down. For the data today in inside bars, we have an inside bar in SPY. We have an outside day on Qs. Qs, I think, is going to go and retest 746.27. And then that might... SPY is a lot closer to the inside bar low, previous day's low, 756.70. So I think that would probably be the draw for today. If they are diverged, this is if they were both inside bars, which unfortunately they're not right now. Only 5 to 8% of trading days, or 92 to 95% of the time, the inside bar is going to line up. 5 to 8% of the time, it's not.
Yo.
How you doing?
What's up? Got the recording going?
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
I'm becoming fluent in AI.
Good. Let me add these other channels here. All right.
We've had a very rare week to start, but with all the
Today,
data.
ES and NQ diverging so much already.
I know it's been. Yesterday was a lot cleaner. Dan and I had 2 beautiful wins on stream.
Yeah.
Monday was pretty rough. Monday we had a diverged IB and we had a diverged inside bar.
Yeah.
Which is what I was just covering. So Monday was like a 5, probably total if you combine the 2 stats. It was probably 2% of the time.
Yeah.
But the diverged inside bar 5% and the diverged IB was 17.
Wow.
Morning, guys.
James's camera
Fuzz.
is
Straight
Nintendo
fuzz.
64
Dude,
from 2002.
that's crazy because it's on HD and everything.
It's slowly coming in.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you are.
Just a red
Okay,
blood.
is it fine now? Is it fine now?
It's good now.
What's up, guys?
Sorry,
I had a
continue.
short on the DAX this morning. I spoke about it in the pre-market prep, and then I closed out ES for about a 9-point gain. I have a short with the hard. Yeah.
For today, I don't have a prompt written for outside days and inside bars yet, but for inside bars, we should go and take. We have an outside day on Qs. We should go and take that. It's $1 away, and then SPY. I think being closer to the downside, we'll go and take the inside bar low. I'll get dragged down the queues into open. No data that I saw today either. Monday was rough. Monday was rough.
We did have some news, just pre-NFP news, and then we'd have ISM PMI at 10 today.
James, we took, of course, James and I went short. I think we both
on Monday.
were green on
Yeah,
Monday.
we both made money.
Yeah,
and then we shot up.
It was one of those giant like 60.1 minute candles, and I was like, I'm gonna take the opposite side. It fell 30 points.
Retest.
Yeah, fell 30 points, and I just took that.
I shorted off the highs there early off the opening range high there, Zinc, about like maybe 30 minutes into the open, 20 minutes into the open.
For Monday or today?
Yeah, on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what I was telling you yesterday, Andre, I've made a handful of changes to the IB.
Yep.
The entry model, and last night was a pretty good representation of it. I'm gonna go and draw it out again. So there's the IB, and this is all thanks to that new stat you added with the closing zones.
Yep.
So we have the 25%. I've noticed that you can change it so it's not just after the 10:30. It's really the stat plays out wherever you close on a 15-minute or 5-minute time frame. The lower you go in the IB, the much lower the data goes for maybe by rejection. So if we close in that 75 to 100% and just look at all weekdays, it's actually favored to go and break the incorrect side and then 50-50 for the low. We haven't had too many data points for it.
Yeah. Interesting.
So if my entry has been moved just above 50% now, but I've also minimize this a little bit. I've also put the stop loss at 75% of the IB. So I'll enter between 40 and 50 for these stats, 25 to 49%. This one, it's still a little bit low. The real one you want to get in on is that 0 to 25%, which is the IB 25 for Dan, 95 and 84. When the trade hits the stop loss, if it does hit the stop loss, then I pivot the position. I go short, stop at
targeting the other side.
Yep. I may need to tweak the stop loss a little bit, but once it goes below 50, really once it goes below 50 or 75, it has about an 80% stat to go to the low, break the incorrect IB level.
Pretty good.
The tweak that I made based on the closing zone. It's been working pretty well. It worked decently well last night. It did end up being a double stop on the Asia IB. So I may have to alter where that second stop is.
And did you use the reports? Did you use edgeful AI to get that?
I used these reports and then just looked at I was looking at it on a 2-year. This was last week. And then all the data for 160 and 162 for the 0 and 25%. And that's really solid stats when it closes there.
Yeah.
25 to 49, it should be like 62%, 63 and 64. And then as soon as you put in the 50 to 75, really anywhere below the midpoint, it drops significantly. And it's actually favored to go and break the incorrect level. So
it's kind of wild how this stuff works, right?
Yeah. 59%, 51%, and then the last one, 75 to 100, goes all the way down to 80% likely. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's going to go to the incorrect level, and that will not only save the loss but negate the loss.
Yeah, and then you can. Yeah, exactly.
Were you at your desk yesterday, and did you happen to see the ES wick?
Yeah, What was that?
I have no idea.
I don't know if it was a TradingView error because it wasn't on Tradevate.
Yeah, it had to have just been TradingView.
Yeah. I heard some conspiracies about it. Some conspiracies were like,
we didn't have that on the CFD charts.
No, it wasn't on Tradevate. It was only on TradingView.
That was nuts.
That's crazy.
And the screenshot I saw where the chart just completely disappeared.
How many points? How many points was it?
I think it was 600, right?
Oh my goodness!
Decade lows.
Literally.
Would that, if you were in a trade, would that have messed your positions up, like on a live account?
It depends on
if you
were trading on trading. Yeah.
Sure. It didn't happen on the prop firms.
I don't think you would have gotten filled though.
No.
I don't know how that would have worked. I think you would have erred.
Sure.
Unless it was your stop loss to get hit.
Yeah, then you would have been. Then of course it would have taken you out.
Then they would have been like, max loss hit, count gone. Sorry. We are diverged by 0.34% going into open on SPY and Qs. Again.
Yeah, this is a lot actually. Like SPY looks like it wants to take previous day's low, and NQ's opening above previous day's high.
Yep.
We should get dragged down to the outside day stat.
Yeah.
Qs also has a 80% stat for filling the gap. What's the win rate for this model now when flipping? I have to see. I haven't ran any numbers on it yet, but it's definitely increased. If not increased, it's increased the initial entry to a max of 2 reward.
Wow, did you see that candle on NQ?
Yeah, it said screw you in your opinion. We're just gonna keep going higher. I think this happened last week too when we opened. Last Friday we opened 20 cents above the outside day stat, and we just pushed all the way up to 742.
Yep. We never got it right. We never touched it.
We did end up retesting it at 10:30.
Later.
Yeah, but this was a bearish. It was a bullish IB set to start, and we inversed it in the last 30 minutes. It was a $6 move up, $8 move down, all within an hour. That would be wild. I cannot believe the strength that this market has right now.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Even yesterday, NVDA got up to 231 and then closed on the lows, and Nasdaq just closed on the highs. Pretty crazy.
And then I go on social media and I see a new stock that I remember trading at like $40 to $50. It's at $400 now.
Dude.
Like the one today is Marvel.
What about Paper Hands Sailor?
Yeah.
Dude. What about Paper Hands Sailor?
What's that?
Michael
Saylor sold Bitcoin. Dude.
Oh, Paper Hands Sailor.
Why it dumped so bad.
Oh my God. I was furious about that. I was like, what thesis did you have right now that you decide to sell Bitcoin?
Someone put it in. I'm going to go and find it real quick. There was a pretty, I don't think it was, I can't imagine it was him, but there was like a $16 million bet. Yeah, 2.5 million to cash out at 16 million that strategy sold Bitcoin before 531 on Polymarket.
Dude,
the ARC
2.5 million. If it was like 25K to make like 10 million, I'd be like, all right, it could have been anyone. But to put $2.5 million on the fact that MicroStrategy is going to sell Bitcoin, like, yeah, that's crazy.
And it only sold 32 as well, which is weird.
Yeah, like what is that? Like such an insignificant amount for them.
So the polymarket bet was yes or no. Will MicroStrategy sell Bitcoin, any of its Bitcoin holdings before May 31st? A singular $2.5 million bet to pay out $16 million. Total spread $40 million. That's a lot of money on prediction markets.
Yeah.
But this is the one I saw this morning. Marvel is up 300% in the past 3 months.
What is that?
MRVL.
Oh, what do they do?
Semiconductors.
Oh.
Electronic technology semiconductors. They were trading at 84 in March. March 3rd, they were actually at $78 a share, and they were up 30% overnight, and then another 16% pre-market.
Jeez.
Now they're
Even
down.
Bell last week on earnings was up 34% pre-market.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Sox was the one. This actually makes me sick to my stomach. It's almost at 300.
Even SanDisk, right, as well.
I owned $50,000 worth of Soxel at $17 a share. I sold it at like 22 to 24.
So you would have had how many X?
I'd have $800,000 now.
Jeez.
Well,
yeah, the hindsight traders, as you mentioned.
Can I be
wow, the outside day on NQ is about to play out. Literally just absolutely fell off a cliff in the last 2 minutes.
SPY should be going. Nope.
There it is. Unbelievable, actually.
You would think that it would be going towards the previous day's low. I mean, it did reject quite a bit, but the candle's still green to open. The divergence for the past 4 weeks has been insane.
Yeah, for real. That's why I'm only trading NQ and ES now.
Yeah. This guy's trading the DAX this morning.
I'm making money on it. That's why I stopped YM, because in the New York sessions, like, oh well, YM's coming lower. Maybe I can look for shorts on NQ. Nope.
Yeah.
Outside day taken.
Dude, unbelievable, this NQ sell-off.
Yeah, I was going. We had Dan Cook came on Friday with me on stream because obviously Andre, you were off, so I got him to come on for the last 30 minutes. So it was pretty cool. I was also speaking to him about the same thing. I had a DAX trade that day as well. DAX and NQ is what from my day trading is what making me money this year. So I'm just going to stick to that. But you've been telling me this for long, Andre, so you can take.
You used to trade like any stock that was like kind of moving.
Facts, yeah. Now I'll just keep that on the swing trading side of things. Yeah.
But you still trade some stocks, no?
I will, yes, but not as often as I used to compared to last. I've just been focused on day trading the indexes, and then I still swing trade the stocks. But if I'm like up, 4 or 5% in one day on a stock, I might, cover some,
Yeah. What are we thinking here so far? I know we're only 6 minutes in.
Inside bar low on SPY.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be looking.
Not going to lie. I wanted to take the short targeting that outside day.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. And now it played out. And now I don't have a target. And I would like to get a bounce back into the 710 to 720 area or 700 to 720 area for continuation down.
For that initial outside day stat, where do you go short though without getting stopped?
Outside days by Spike.
By Spike
report. The by Spike report measures pretty much what the theoretical drawdown would be if you entered right at the open.
Sure.
So if you scroll all the way down, no, that's the single highest one. The average is, so if you scroll all the way down to the image. Keep going.
There, I gotcha.
If you entered at the open, the average spike is that green shaded area of from the open, how high up will it go before it touches the previous day's high?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and bookmark that one.
What? All the way at the top, scroll all the way up.
All the way up. Oh yeah, it's
all
on
the
this
way
page.
up. There you go.
Can't remember where it was.
Same thing with gap fill by spike.
That's an awesome.
All the by
report.
spike reports.
0.19 is the average.
Yeah, and you could change it to points too. Keep in mind that prices will, like point values will change. So if you go to the customization on the left side, you change it from percent to points. Yeah, it's dollar. It's dollar. Yeah, it's the same thing. So
1.22.
the average. Oh, you're on QQQ. I was like, that's definitely not right. I was like, that's on NQ. I was like, there's no way.
7 points.
Yeah, so call it 50 points is the average. That price has moved away before coming back down. So the way the report works is we take only the days that reversed into the previous day's range. You take the candle that reversed, and you take from that candle the high of day made before that candle between the open.
Okay.
So that's what
very cool. So I'm going to go back over to Q's. That says $1.22. This one get $1.33 for today.
Yeah. So it's the average. It's like the ballpark. So if you enter right at the open, you have to leave at least a stop of that, or you wait for the bounce into that area, and then you look for the entry from there.
That's an awesome addition. Thank you.
Dude, we're trying here.
Hey.
We got and now we just got the music coming too. Pretty good.
I like it. So you would have gone short with or a little bit over if you're waiting for it to pop up.
Hold on. Your mic is.
Yeah, your mic. So it sounds worse than what my video looks like.
Now you're back. You're back.
Yeah, what happened there?
What's up?
So you enter off the pop, or you?
Correct. No, I don't enter right at the. I would never enter right at the open because sometimes it just rips. Like I'd rather wait.
Yeah,
Same thing for the gap fill. We have gap fill by spike.
Cancel.
You can bookmark that at the top.
Gap fill by spike 0.17, about the same.
Yes, breaking now new lows is breaking for breaking its pre-market lows as well on ES at Wick.
Going for previous day's low.
Yeah. And the video's down 1.5%. Most of the stocks pre-market as well. That's also why I shorted off the highs there on ES pre-market for those watching, because most of the stocks are showing relative weakness into the pre-market.
Okay, you guys do me like that, Eric. Hey, I tried closing it. It made it so echoey. I gotta get some soundboard, some foam. It's a question for the two of you. When's the podcast dropping?
Soon.
Yeah.
Soon.
Bro,
you just need to get the edits back.
Yeah, we've got to cut out 10 minutes of laughing. It's quite
yeah, literally.
James laughing.
Dude, I won't lie. That
Both
was
of us.
Hilarious though. We couldn't stop laughing.
It was like we were back in like middle school.
Yeah.
His contagious laugh.
Yep.
No, it's a contagious laugh, bro. You have to,
Yep.
The question I see here, 100% MES inside bar showing on what's in play.
Yep.
Very streaky for Wednesdays, but inside bars have been, I'm going to go and say, one of the highest stats on edgeful recently. Yeah. We were all the way up to
I'm trying the short. Sorry. Trying the short at 12 here, but continue. Sorry.
The inside bars as of yesterday, and if you refine it to the weekday, they're up. Just the standard reports up to 90%, but most weekdays are 92 to 96, and then we have one that's at 82.
Yep.
But inside bars have been crazy to play, and this is saying for a Wednesday we have a 100% stat for the past 6 months.
Yeah. It's always like a little bit sketchy when you see 100%, but because like it's bound to not stay there forever.
Have a loss and revert.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm short from 30,712 targeting. Let me just pull up my screen one sec. I'm looking for just before new low of day on NQ.
Nice. Yeah. What's your entry price on that, Andre? Just on that pullback up to the top?
37.12.
Nice, dude. You're already up like 30 points.
Yeah. And I'm out.
There you go. Opening range low.
So my entry was 30. Let me just make sure this is exactly correct. 30,712, targeting 6, 7.
Yeah, lower too. Here comes the inside bar stat for SPY.
Right here. Yep. This might run all day. I'm honestly a little bit nervous about falling into another one of these days where something like this happens. So just so you guys know a little bit of the rationale of why I took this trade, just like a quick trade recap. Inside bars on ES, targeting previous day's low, short bias. Price opens above previous day's high, targeting, well, I didn't take this trade obviously, but the bias here is for it to come down back into the previous day's range. Gap fill as well. These are two good targets. What I wanted to look for was, wow, we're really getting a
dump.
Who's about to leave all this, like 100 points on the table? I wanted to pop back to the 700 to 720 area, which I got while we were talking. Price started to come down. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this trade. Stop. The stop kind of was above this high, but not necessarily in like the best spot, just because there was no structure there. So 30,750 is not necessarily like a good structure. It was above this structure here, roughly 15 points above the structure. Was the logic of the stop. Not necessarily a true invalidation, but call it 40 points of risk there. Now, what I was nervous about, and the reason I was targeting orb low and not necessarily something much bigger, is because I've been trying to go short on days like this, where this price action looks super bearish, and then it just V-shapes for the rest of the day. And if we go to a few other days here, what's up?
Still going too.
Yep. Yeah. Rub it in my face.
My bad.
Another here. V-shape for the rest of the day. And that's what I really didn't want to see, which is why I was being a little bit quicker with the target. But 40 points, 1-to-1 risk to reward. Wow. Jesus.
We're melting now.
Probably no news.
Andre, it's always the days that you get full out that it ends up smoking down like this. This is actually quite, I haven't seen it melt like this in a good 3 months, I think.
Yeah, and of course I'm like, oh, should I hold a runner? No, actually, I'm going to stick to my rules. I'm in, I'm out. That's
and
it.
Then,
my
and then
runners
boom,
always get
200 points later.
Every time.
Don't worry, it'll V-shape.
I hope so.
That's crazy.
I hope so. Yeah, this is not ideal.
Trend will be the same.
Thank you, Eric. Done for the day. Very good. If you can lock out your account, I would recommend it.
This is long overdue.
Sell off like this? I feel like it's not even that big of a sell off, to be honest.
Pipti, I think you're watching pre-market because I was mentioning the opening week range pre-market with ES and NQ as well. That's the report that I actually asked Andre and the edgeful team to get. So can maybe actually go over that as well. on stream. Yeah, I did go over pre-market. Let's just
you want to pull up your screen?
Yeah.
Time we get a melt like this.
Dude, if this keeps falling, I'm gonna be furious.
Just a knot in your stomach for the rest of the
day. God. All right, I'm gonna get a coffee so I stop staring at this. Zinc, I'll pull up your screen.
Yep.
No, let me get mine up.
On there.
Yeah. So we can see that's a massive bar on ES, by the way. Let's go like this. So that opening week range report, basically what Pipti is mentioning, is Monday and Tuesday sets a high and low, and I'll show you with the stats, and then I'll also show you visually on the chart. So let's look at NQ. In the last 6 months, I'm looking at the daily, so extended market hours. We break the opening week high 65% of the time, and we break the opening week low 15% of the time, obviously, because we've been on a massive bull run the last 6 months. But we only break both sides 15% of the time. So what I was looking for, and this is absolutely tanking off, by the way. I haven't seen a sell-off like this in quite some time, I must say. But basically, if we're looking on NQ, we've actually taken out the highs.
Damn.
But on ES, we did not. So what that means is when you take out one side, which we have on NQ, very unlikely, statistical wise, I think it was, what was that? Looking at the exact, it breaks both sides 15% of the time. So very rarely are we going to come back down and break this opposite side. So you can maybe look for longs on pullbacks, which is what we're actually getting right now. Obviously today this is moving down quite aggressively, but on ES we actually didn't take the highs. So if you look on ES, wait for my chart. There we go. So on ES now we've actually taken the lows on that little drive down, and we can actually maybe look for shorts on pullback. So a little bit of divergence between ES and NQ over there, but that's essentially what that sets in, is the high and low from Monday and Tuesday, and then you wait for a break and potentially look to trade to one side. So yeah. Was that well explained, Zink? I'm not too sure.
Is that what?
Was that well explained?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm pissed.
Zink's a good teacher, so I need to get my teaching hat on sometimes in my explanations.
There you go. Let's look at this comment here. Edgeful Algos made 180 USD over 10 prop accounts with 5-minute orb MNQ short. Let's go.
There you go. By the way, I've just realized when I was in the States, I was wondering why I wasn't getting my email. I lost access to the algos. I had to request again.
Dude, it was just not firing and you didn't know why?
Well, I only look at them at the end of each week, and I've just been so busy on the road traveling, and I was like, what the hell? My things weren't executing the last week and a bit. And then I realized I lost access, so I had to regain access to it.
Hopefully you didn't leave too much on the table there.
Well, no, hopefully not. But it's been on quite a nice run this year. So
dude, I think that your Wi-Fi is...
He's jumping all over the place.
Dude, this guy's Wi-Fi is horrendous.
Look at that comment from Dan. About 5,000 handle drop is due, not gonna lie.
I hope so. Buy the dip. Now you're back.
I'm back.
Stay until I die from trading. Trends will continue longer than you can fathom. Not saying it will, but we could continue this irrational upside until the very last day of the trading year.
Yeah.
And you'd still have the same amount of people. You'd probably have more people going short into the end of the year.
Like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andre, at least I'm not freezing now, but we have had power outages, which is messing up the bloody Wi-Fi connection.
God, dude.
We did get a warning.
You gotta move to the States, bro. You gotta move.
I thought I brought the good Wi-Fi back with me.
Yeah, your whole camera situation is all messed up.
That's crazy.
But it's okay.
No, looks like I'm fine now.
Yeah. Zink, what'd you say?
I said that if you go into any of the prop firm discords, so Tradeify, Lucid, Apex, MyFunded Futures, and you go and take a scroll through the main chat, and see how many people are attempting to bottom tick or top tick a move like this today. I'm sure there was a fair few people that went long and actually caught this, but anytime there's a trend, there's a significant portion of traders that continuously try to inverse it.
Of course.
Yeah.
I actually know
that group.
I actually know a trader that he's actually a pretty decent trader, but he loses on days where the market drops. So he must have been doing quite well in the last 6 months because it's only been going up. But he only used to look for long. So every single time it dropped like 10, 20 points on NQ, he would look to buy.
The retest of the orb low right now, the problem is your stop is completely destroyed. Like there's nowhere to put your stop, but I don't trust this retest of the orb low. This looks like it's going to rip to high of day.
This is a scary reversal in the 1 minute.
Yeah. Yes, literally pinned that opening week range and also previous day's lows.
Yeah, that is a scary bar. That's especially a scary 50-minute bar.
If we get back over previous day, we're back over yesterday's pre-market low. If we get back over previous day's low,
send it to high of day.
Cook back up. You can see that on Motive Wave.
What is that?
I like taking a scroll through the Lucid or Tradified chats.
What is the what's Motive Wave?
It must be someone that sees the trends that people are in.
How would they know that?
I don't know. There is TopStep has a tilt calculator.
Yeah, that
shows the positions, so maybe it's something to do with
your favorite.
Yeah.
If this is the most perfect rejection off of the orb low, I'm not interested. I kind of want to let this play out a little bit, but
yeah.
Either way, the issue is your stop is completely screwed. There's nowhere to put your stop. You're just leaving like a X point stop for the sake of it. But aggressive buyers and sellers. I'm assuming you're like an order flow tool like Bookmap. Is that what you're talking about?
That's a good rejection, actually. So we are going, today will be the 10th Wednesday. We'll see if it plays out. For the past 9 consecutive Wednesdays, the IV has closed at 90% and taken the range within the first 5 minutes of the IV finalizing. So 10:35 is when the IV breaks. We'll see if that continues today. Not a lot of reversals on Wednesdays either, so this should continue lower. Crazy enough for me to say. I like longing all the time, but
dude, I wish I did. I wish that I did, dude. I wish. It would make my life so much easier.
It would. Andre, maybe we just should start thinking buy every dip instead of sell every rally.
I know. I honestly, like, it would make my life so much easier. Because, actually.
But look at this drop off, how quick this sell off was compared to yesterday's longs. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. I've said this before. I have the data to back it. The moves to the downside are far more aggressive and a lot cleaner and have more continuation than moves to the upside. Moves to the upside grind and moves to the downside flush.
Yeah.
One stipulation to that, you need to get a move to the downside, though.
Yeah, that's got to happen. Which is,
and we've had like one a week for the past 8 months, and then usually Trump comes out and says sorry right after, and the market goes right back up.
Yeah. Sorry. Run it back. The show goes on.
Just kidding.
Rip it.
I don't see any news that we had on this. PMI we did just have at 9:45, right? I believe. Pull up the data for the week.
Eric said that's why failed breakdowns on ES are so good. Yeah.
10 o'clock, actually, no 45 data. So in the next 3 minutes, we have ISM, factory orders, and then that's about it for the day. Crude oil inventory, actually, that's been pretty significant. They hit at 10:30. For the past 2 months, we've had a deficit, the worst deficit we've actually had for, I think, the entire time the oil reserve has been alive or functional. We're negative 4 million. We owe countries 4 million barrels. I think we borrowed almost all of Canada's reserve and Argentina and Venezuela.
Well, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty. I was looking at it on the 5-minute time frame. Going up until the entry that we had for the IB, which was really nice, it was struggling to get up there. We had 20 minutes where the candles were like 10 cents with pretty nasty wicks, and then that flush that you like getting. But then you go and see the climb right back. Took like an hour and a half. So 10 minutes worth of downside, then followed by an hour of upside to get back to where you were.
Yeah. By the way, Phil from Facebook, actually. Let's go Facebook viewers.
The one viewer on Facebook.
Yeah. Correct, actually. We have 664 people watching right now, and we have one on Facebook. Phil, congrats. That is you. Talk about the API for a second. I'm going to talk about the edgeful API. I'm going to keep it a little bit higher level. I'm going to keep it a little bit quick. But on the left sidebar of edgeful, you're going to see API dashboard. I'm obviously in the highest plan, so I don't have the plan comparisons here. Pretty much this video, how to set up the API, is going to show you exactly how to set it up. There's a full walkthrough of how to set it up in Cloud Code, doing everything else. Everything is going to be in this video, the full setup process. And then building custom dashboards is going to be this video. We're obviously going to redesign this page. But building custom dashboards, there's another video here to show you how you can build any custom dashboards with the API. For anyone who doesn't know what an API is, it pretty much allows you to pull all of the edgeful data outside of edgeful and do whatever you want with it in Claude Code, Codex, whatever AI tool you want. You'll be able to interact and build your own dashboards, do analysis that our interface might not allow you to do. So you are pulling all the data outside of edgeful. There's 3 plans for the API. Everyone with the essential $49 plan, you get very high level, very like limited access. Really, that plan is only to get you guys set up. So you can actually set it up, get it tested, make sure it works, understand what it is, and set up your Claude Code, whatever else. That's really the intention of that plan. We have 4 tickers, we have 3 reports, and 6 months of data. It is not very robust. The next plan, which is the Pro plan, is $99 a month, and that's where you get like almost everything. You get 3,000 tickers, you get every single report, you get the live data from the what's in play and the screener. You get 1 year of data. And then the next plan, which is included with the algos, so you get the algos plus the full API access, you get 8 years of data. And then you also get, the main difference is, if I were to do this, the main difference between the middle plan, the Pro plan, and the All Access is the All Access, you get the entire algo suite. But for the API, you get 8 years of data instead of 1, and you get the individual days that make up the data. So what that means is you can actually look back to say, what happened on May 22nd? What happened on like these individual days? And that gives you way more granularity into what how the data is actually formed, rather than just the results up here. So you can think about like the Pro plan being just this top area, and then you get the All Access plan being this table down here, including the table, obviously.
Quite the reversal right now.
Yeah.
See if we get a rejection at the midpoint.
Can you talk about how much data is that? can actually pull and keep the data. Yeah, you can pull and keep the data. You can build whatever custom dashboards you want with it. And if you want, so the way to set this up, it's actually like much simpler than you'd think in Zinc. I would love to show you how to do this, even though I know you're not an AI native. Literally, if you click on, and it's in the setup video, but if you click on API documentation, it'll bring you to this page. You literally just give the URL, edgeful.com/docs of the documentation to your Claude code and be like, set this up for me, and it'll do it. And you can see in this video here, 1 second. Literally, you just go set this up for me, and it will literally do all of it for you. It'll ask you a few questions. I go over the questions that you need to answer, and that's literally it, and then it's set up. So we're also building custom skills, by the way. So in the API documentation in the quick start, you go down to step number 3, download our dashboard skill right over here. So if you guys are interested in downloading our skills, I would highly recommend doing that here. But yeah, there's the API.
I don't mind shorts on this retest.
Wow, this guy.
I know.
Where are you looking? Hold on, let me pull up your
We're at the midpoint right now. We're at the midpoint of the IB. It's obviously super early to get in. The only icky part about this to me is we don't have the low form first, which is okay. This one is definitely due a loss, 93% stat. So I would, if the low form's first today, I'm not going to play the IB. I like shorts. This one's a little bit more favorable. SPY as well. High form first.
The structure on SPY is actually not bad because previous days low is right there.
Yep. And the other reason I like it is because with inside bar stats, I don't think SPY is going to go all the way up towards previous day's high, but inside bars, once you break one of those levels, it typically doesn't go and retest it, continue up. And lastly, we also have the opening week range still established on SPY. So our Monday's low is what I'd be targeting, 754.71. So I do like shorts for a retest. It's just, I think, a little aggressive to get in right now. I had shorts pre-market too. I made back my loss from last night. Got the gap fill pre-market. This one would be 130 point drop from right here. $260 risk reward, a little too much. So go into
What do you
MES.
think about the structure right now on ES and NQ?
I think ES is a lot weaker. I very much like downside.
James,
We're
what
gonna
about
get
you?
Yeah, I like downside as well. I would agree with Zinc. The structure on ES is a lot weaker.
I said to 110 on 100. If we can hang out right here for a while, I'll be very pleased to take shorts on ES to the downside.
If we get a spike, you're going to take ES short?
If it hangs out where it is right now, as long as it doesn't start getting above the midpoint and above previous day's low.
I was going to say, if on NQ, I would want to see 675-ish, 660, 670, and like a hard rejection off of that.
Okay. It's like 745.
And then for continuation lower. Because then you'll have a little bit more structure to go off of on, sorry, to be clear, that was on NQ, not on ES. NQ, 30,675. Then ES, I would be curious if price pretty much like wicks the previous day's low and immediately rejects it. Mm-hmm. That would be pretty solid in terms of an entry. And then you also have better structure to take the short. I know you trade a little bit differently than I do, but if price wicks into previous day's low into the 75.96 area, and then reverses, looking for breaks back below the orb low, I think that would be a solid.
It's
trade.
also the midpoint for the IB too.
Yeah.
Strong level to reject off of.
You don't really need that big of a stop on ES. Also, like a 5 or 6 point stop.
This one I probably put the stop at 75, so 7604, just over that psych level too. 7600.
Oh, that's the midpoint of the orb. Yeah,
that'd be a nice stop level. It's too early for me to get in now, though. I don't want to fight the trend.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be looking for upside, but I also don't want to. It's 22 minutes until we're set for the IB. I don't want to get in too early. But on the flip side of that, Wednesdays we close at 90% for most of them. So this will probably be the best entry we have for shorts to the downside. It's difficult.
Yeah, ES is respecting the New York session VWAP right now and opening range low.
By the way, guys, look at that comment. Won the edgeful. Not sure which competition, but
last exam shirt is what he's talking about.
Oh, the giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking at shorts for SPY.
God.
The reason I'm doing it on
the sound of that puts a smile on my face.
The reason I'm doing it on SPY and not Qs, QQQ for that IB range, it's just about the midpoint right now. 1 micro is 200, and from the entry right now, 1 micro would be $280 worth of risk. And then there's no wiggle room on a single micro either.
Hey, but you got the 10 a.m. wiggle.
We did get the 10:07 wiggle. Look at that.
10:07
on the 1 minute though. 10:07. Look at that. Bang.
Wibble wobble down.
10:07 wiggle.
So I'm going to take it on MES because it is 15 points right now. Well, 17 points now that we're a little bit higher. And that correlates over to $75 to $85 worth of risk per micro. So you can take 2 micros on MES, or you can oversize with 1 micro on MNQ. And it's just a little too much of a risk.
You ever look at the big stocks when you're taking these trades or no? Structure?
I've been flipping to the what's in play for them. Yesterday, it helped quite a bit with Dan and the IB trade we were in.
Yeah.
I've been looking at pretty much just the top what's in play. So yesterday we had like Costco had an inside bar that was bullish. Google had an inside bar. Apple, same thing.
Yeah.
I haven't put too much emphasis on it because on the flip side of that, for SPY's heat map, and this is why they've been so diverged, it's too hard to pick up, I think, where these sectors are doing poorly, and then you flip on the other side of it, and we have everything else is bright green. And that's why we've been terribly diverged.
Yeah. If
So
you go to edgeful for a second.
Yep.
And you, on the left sidebar, click screener. And you give it a second. So in the next 19 minutes, this will start to form a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And just so everyone in the chat knows, what this does is it scans all of the major market movers through the reports to give you a data-backed bias on the market as a whole. So if you're trading ES or NQ, in the next 19 minutes at 10:30, a lot of these reports are going to be formed. You can see opening candles forming. There's no bias, obviously, because we don't know what can happen yet. We can only give you the bias after it forms. Once it does, you'll get a better understanding of what's actually happening. And from there, that can help give you confluence or give you confirmation on the direction that you're looking to trade in.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Too early to enter on the IB, but I'm still liking where it is right now. Here's your rejection, by the way, Andre.
Yeah, I was about to say crazy. We're back at where I exited.
Do I look at orb double break stats in relation to IB? I do not, because the orb has a The orb, I think, this is just my stance on it. I think it's too small of a time frame to validate the double breaks on it. Because 15 minutes, especially with the way the market's been trading, we had a single break yesterday. We had a double break on Monday. Just barely a double break on Monday. We barely broke that low. Same thing on Friday last week. Same thing on Thursday last week. So it's pretty likely that you're going to have a double break on it because if the time frame is only 5 to 15 minutes, price can easily reverse or chop a couple of times. Are we going to make a new IB high? Depends on if Trump wants to Uno reverse this again, like he's done every time we've had a downward move. Trump, or is it Byron? Which one of them is the mastermind?
His kid? Who is it?
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
Who?
Is his name Byron?
His kid?
Yeah.
Baron
Trump.
Byron. Byron.
You know that kid goes to NYU? Imagine being in a class with him.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's crazy.
Baron. Can't stand the orange clown. I say it all the time with time exposed to the market. And this reflects on my trades. I think it reflects on James. You said it last week when we talked about this.
Yeah.
15 minutes to like 17 minutes is a sweet spot. That's the longest I want to be in a trade for. The longer you're in the market for, the more likely you are to lose, especially in the current market when Trump can say anything at any point in the morning or the afternoon and you have a 200-point candle up because of it. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream, guys. We got 162.
That's on YouTube alone. By the way, guys, we have 794 people watching right now. So the 162 is just on the Edgeful YouTube. We have the rest spread across Twitter. And we got the boy on Facebook. One guy on Facebook. Still here. But we have almost 800 people watching right now, which is pretty awesome.
Oops. What was the best thing to track Trump's tweets? Either go on True Social or Walter Bloomberg on X.
Yeah. You know what? Where not to go to? Financial juice. Wow, this reversal is crazy on NQ right now.
I am not short already, no. I like shorts. It's too early for me to get in. We'll see if we get a rejection. This is what Andre was just talking about for a rejection level. It's actually the exact level that he just said.
Yep.
30,700, a little bit higher. MES is looking a lot better. It's weaker. We're rejecting out previous day's low. Question from Warmex. I took a rather aggressive short pre-market. Made 100 on it. It was 2 micros, and it was for a gap fill, which we did end up getting. It ticked perfectly to the gap fill, 30,698, and then bounced off that. It was also previous day's low, previous day's high, sorry. So that was exactly where my exit was pre-market. I usually don't take those trades. I was a little more aggressive on that.
Yep, sorry. Looking at ES right now, is this forming the type of price action you're looking for?
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
I want to hang out here for another 5 or so minutes. Even, was it Globex last night? I entered 7 minutes early and still got smoked on it. So entering any earlier than that, definitely going to be expecting to get smoked, but at least wait till 10:23, 10:24.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really... Go ahead, James.
No, I was going to say exactly what Zink and you're saying. ES is trading at or near the New York session VWAP and opening range low, and then NQ is actually back up in the midpoint of the opening range. So
Yeah.
Another reason I want to take ES as well. We have the opening week low.
Sure.
Right
Yeah,
there.
we took out. Good point. Yeah, we were speaking about that too.
Barely missed it. We did the same thing on QQQ. We did the same thing last week when we had that news come out for previous day's high. If I can go and find it. There we go. So last Thursday, last Thursday, we barely missed the opening high, 733.08. And then it, because of how large the candle was, which is very similar to what we're seeing right now with how large of a drop this is, it just needed time to cool off. It took another hour to go and break it, but it still broke it. Qs is just being a little too strong right now. We have plenty of room to the upside on Qs. The reason I'm not going to take it here is because that beautiful new stat that you added, Andre. If we close above the midpoint or in that third bracket, 50 to 75%, we don't have that many outcomes for it. But even with the high forming first, high broke first, low forming first, low broke first for the IB.
Yeah.
So it's 1 and 1, 1 and 1. That's over 6 months. I'll go over 3 years to get more data for this.
Just got a quick flash down, by the way.
We did?
We did.
Only on SPY.
Kind of on both. Not that big of a move on NQ, but perhaps a headline of some sort.
So there you go. Over 3 years, if you close under the midpoint, or over the midpoint, sorry, even when the lows form first, 66% chance you go and break the high. And 58% the low. So over and under the midpoint, very significant on that report. If Q stays where it is right now, not really interested in taking that. SPY is looking much, much better.
I got short ES at 89.50.
Yeah,
there you go, right there. Trump said something.
Oh, thank you. Throwing that in here.
Exactly the point that we were just making. The longer you're exposed in the market, the more susceptible you are to catch stupid stuff like that. Trump saying something at 10:19 on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit difficult. Like, not every market is so headline driven, but it does make it difficult sometimes to have a valid trade and trust that it's going to play out, because like you don't know if a headline's coming, which is like the frustrating part sometimes. But
also, Andre, you have to start trying Globex in Asia.
I know, but I'm working, dude. I'm working. I can't. I don't know
Just
how.
Take a look at it one night.
I will. When do you start? You start at 7 p.m.
I don't usually. I check it on my phone what the price is doing, but I won't sit down at my computer until like 6:50. So Globex is 6 to 7. I'll sit down at my computer at 6:50, see if I have an entry, and then Asia is 8 to 9, same thing.
The thing is, I'm on streams, I'm on calls all day. Like, nighttime is like when I can actually like get real like work done too.
Mm-hmm.
So being in like the mental,
I got you.
Focus.
I'm only saying it because
like the data is really strong.
Tokyo. Yeah, the data has been much better than New York. Much better than New York, aside from a Wednesday. Wednesdays have been awesome, but the data for Asia and Globex has been very solid.
Yeah.
Shorts looking a lot more appealing to me right now.
Yeah, I'm interested in the shorts here. My only concern is I don't want to sit in this for...
Yeah, with how large of a range it is. I'm not too much of a fan of Qs right now. with where it is in respects to the IB on SPY, but SPY being weaker and we have the opening week low, it should go and take that. Unless it's one of those instances where it barely misses full TP and it ends up reversing the opening week high, which happens several times with the IB as well.
All right, I'm paying attention here. I'm not in the trade yet, but I am paying attention on this pop.
No, Justin, actually, I have not traded gold. I don't even have access to, I had Lucid restrict my access to trading gold because I was losing on it. Good rejection on Qs at previous day's high again. This would be 16 points to the downside. And my stop, I would put at 14. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to put my sell limit in. Okay. Got short on MES. This is for the IB. My stop is at 75% of it. I got in at 7590. That's about 40 or like 35% of the IB. And I'm looking for down to IB low as well as opening week range low. And stops at 75%.
I'm going to try it too. Short at 75.90.75, stop above 7,600.
I think James, you're in shorts too.
Watch us. The first time we're ever in the same trade, we're all going to lose.
So I'm short of this break and retest of the opening range low in New York session VWAP. That's the thesis of my trade. And then also we do have the first hour being bearish right now on ES as well. So that opening candle continuation report.
Shall see.
I have a feeling
looking a lot better.
A slow grind.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. Entry is before 11 at least, but if this does not fill by 12, then I'll also close the trade. Don't hold it into the afternoon. The pre-market one I had was more of a speculation on the trade. Dan Cook said he's flat.
Wow, he didn't take the trade with us.
I guess VWAP doesn't look that good. VWAP is pretty flat for him. The only one I don't like is Q's being so far. He doesn't trade MES also or ES.
Yeah, he's moved over to Qs.
All right, I'm getting a coffee.
Let's see. It's right at the midpoint right now. Peer pressure is real. Don't take the trade then. Don't take it. You don't trade ES. NQ, I agree though. NQ, I don't really like the look of it. ES looks a lot better and it's weaker. That's why I'm in on ES. Risk on this trade for me is $150.
Across multiple accounts, yeah?
Yep. Not too bad. No headlines on my phone that I see. I did turn on some push notifications from Walter Bloomberg. I'm probably going to end up turning it off again because he's been so damn annoying with all the tweets he has. But it is important to note what we have for high impact news or whatnot. Good rejection on retest of previous day's low for ES. Hopefully Q's gets back below the closing point on SPY. If we also close over the midpoint, I'm going to get out prematurely. This closure, oops, didn't mean to close that. Get edgeful back up. This closure below the midpoint on SPY adds like another 15%, especially for a Wednesday. So IB by rejection on ES for a Wednesday. When we close underneath the midpoint, go to SPY instead. So all 6, the high formed first, and we've closed underneath the midpoint. All 6 have gone and broken the low on a Wednesday. That's the past 6 Wednesdays. And if we just refine it to all days, Wednesdays in general have been really solid. High form first, 83% stat. Q's just needs to get a little weak for me, a little bit weaker.
I mean, dude, if you look at NVIDIA, if you look at Meta, it looks like it's starting to reverse. Apple's already made a move down. Google's looking like it's going to break structure to the downside. Tesla looked like it kind of topped at 430, not to like obviously push for the bearish side because it's like actually pumping right now. But
if we get over the midpoint right here, I'm going to get out. Let's get 18 seconds. I really don't like Q's.
I don't know what's pushing it up. Like, what's happening right now?
I don't know. It's very uncharacteristic for a Wednesday, so this could be the one that ends up losing as well. This QQQ is about the same stat.
The 1030 wiggle.
Okay, we got over the midpoint, so I am going to de-risk on that. Get out for.
Are you closing it entirely?
Yep. SPY. QQQ is almost over 75% as well.
I'm gonna leave it. Curious about how this reacts. Like, we're at previous day's low right now.
It was a good bid. Well, it was it looked a lot better on that spike down. I also don't know if because Trump said something, if we're going to inverse it like we did last night, or the way that we have been. But that's one of the new additions I put in is the closing zone. So we closed over the midpoint on SPY, 50 to 75% for a Wednesday. And that drops it from a pretty good stat to 50-50 for the high, only for the high forming first. I know it's only 2 outcomes. Let's see what it says for 2 years.
James, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I don't like the price action right now on ES, but I got my stop loss. I got a pretty wide stop on this, so we'll see.
So for 2 years, closing over the midpoint changes it from 80 to 66. 66% that we would go and take the high.
Yeah. I don't know. I still like it, but I don't know if there's another catalyst that's about to push it higher.
Q's is the turn off there for me.
Yeah.
Someone who's starting with less money, how does it scale to a prop career? Start with a which account and how to build them from there. There are plenty of accounts. I started with the Lucid ones, the Lucid 25K Pros, and those ones scale really easily. They're probably one of the easiest ones to get payouts with. And then you can go into Tradeify. I like the desk slowly coming down to get you back in the frame. You can go into Tradeify, or you can try out after you get a couple payouts with either Lucid or Tradeify. Try out going for the 20 accounts on Apex. That did really kick my year off to a high note, even though I'm not a fan of the firm. Aiming for $50 a day, there's not too much that they can go and say that you did wrong, which is why I ended up getting approved for the payout. It just took a long time. Warmack said this is the worst week I could have joined. Asia has been a lot better. I will add in. We had a really nice trade yesterday. Hit full TP. I got out because SPY ended up clearing the IB before Qs did, which maybe I have too many rules in place and that's costing me profit.
James, what are you thinking here?
I still like it, bro. I'm watching the 15-minute chart. I want to give it another 15 minutes. It still hasn't taken that for a new high. It's wicking on the 15-minute chart, so I'm gonna hold in for now.
I am definitely not targeting new low of day. If this does come back down, I will look to target like 75.82-ish. I'm not going to sit in this for the next 2 hours.
I don't know what's pushing Qs up.
Yeah, neither do I. Costco or Walmart, maybe. But
it is relentless right now with the upside.
Walmart is literally a vertical line. Costco, same thing.
There you go. There we go.
That's better. That's a really good rejection. I'll see if I end up screwing myself for that rule. I'm not upset with the exit on that.
We needed to break the orb low here, or else if this bounces off the orb low, I'm not going to be happy about it. Like I'll probably close it early, but I just want that. I don't want to be in this for that long. But
yeah, I agree. If we can get a closure underneath orb low, which would be 9-1, that would be good.
Yeah.
How long did it take for $50 a day? It was, I think, a month and a half. Started the accounts in January, got the payout mid-February, and then it took like 3 weeks for the payout to get into my bank account. So technically 2 months for me to get the money.
Yeah, I think it took you about 2 quarters to go live.
Yeah, it did. It took me forever to go live.
Mostly because you had to wait for the account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks, I still like this, Andre. If we just need to we got 9 more minutes left on this 15-minute bar. NQ's come underneath 3,700 right now.
It looks much better. That rejection.
Back in or no?
No, it does look a lot better.
I'm not saying you should, but when I'm talking about the orb, I'm always referring to the 15-minute orb unless I specify 5-minute orb. Always.
Yeah.
But yeah, the NVIDIA's new low of day right now. Meta looks like it's finally rejecting that little area. Let me pull up my screen 1 sec.
Yeah, NQ's underneath 700, as I said, 3674.
Yeah, so this is the trade that I'm looking for right now.
Yeah, I'll try it again.
This is the trade I'm looking for. I'm not looking for new low of day, just so you guys know. That is technically the trade, but I'm not interested in sitting in shop for that long. But NVIDIA, new low of day. Meta, these are all 5-minute charts. Meta looks like it's rejecting the 6 to 18 level. It's been doing it for the last 30 minutes. Hasn't been able to push above. I'm looking for a move down here. Same thing on Apple, about to make a new low of day, or it is in a new low of day, like in RTH. Tesla's consolidating near the highs, not ideal. I would like to see this reverse. Google's kind of chopping around. I would like to also see this like reverse. I don't really care too much about Broadcom here, but it is on a pretty strong run. So it's a little bit more of a mixed bag, but oh my God.
Yeah. That's
So you close you switch off the tab for 1 second and we're getting that bounce. This is not what I want to see for the short, to be honest, like at all. And yeah. So did you take it, Zinc? Did you get back in?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have. It's gonna end up costing me. I can't be flipping back and forth.
It's got to be a headline. 50 seconds ago, Iran has not yet agreed to get nuclear material. Okay. Well, I was never back to profit either way, so whatever. Like I was
End up screwing
back
me.
to break even. Yeah, I'm not happy with this.
Broker will get back in. That's what I get for doing it. It's the closing part of the IB. Being over that midpoint really screws it.
It's the headlines, dude. It's the headline.
The wiggle. It's a wiggle.
It's the wiggle from Twitter. Like, I'm not gonna. I mean, like, whatever. But it's part of trading. But like, God, it sucks sometimes when you like have these headlines. Like this is definitely going to be a losing trade now. Like, should I just cut it here, or should I leave it?
Oh, I got my stop at 6 or 8. So I'm holding mine for now.
I mean,
mine's wider than yours.
Yeah, I'll lock myself out there before I do anything stupid. It also closed back low, the midpoint. No, it didn't.
So they close back below. It can only close in one spot. So it just takes the price at the ending of the IB. It can't. You don't like it's not multiple checks.
Just barely over 50%.
Yeah, so I'll actually show it here. We're talking about SPY?
Yep.
Oh, because ES. Oh yeah. Yeah, it did actually. Yep.
It's like
yep.
2 cents, 3 cents over, so it should be a tick.
Yep. Smooth operator. He's referring to the.
Yeah, I'm flipping back and forth too many times. It probably costed myself a loss or a win for no reason. But Qs is the main issue for me right now. Qs is way too strong.
Yeah. Smooth operator, just so you know, he's talking about this. The IBM zone. I need to know what he's referring to. All right. Yeah, dude, Q's like, come on, man. Like, what's happening? Like, Apple's at new low of day. Meta's like rejecting off the highs. Tesla's pushing. Broadcom's pushing. But like, what else is going on? Like, who's doing this? Like, what's happening? Like, is it Costco? Is it Walmart making new highs here?
I don't know. SPY's hanging out, and it still looks good, but Q's they're not going to go alone. So if QQQ ends up going and taking the high, which it looks like it's about to, it's going to drag SPY up and at least hit the 75% mark. And previous day's high is plenty far enough away that SPY wouldn't take previous day's high. So it would validate the 8% double break for the IB or the inside bar stat. And just be incorrect. They are somewhat due a loss for Wednesday. I don't want to trade sloppy. Flipping back and forth, it would cost me.
Did you lock yourself out?
Yeah, I'm going to. There's no lockout on here. I'm just going to close the tab later. Big Chiller said never taking shorts ever again during New York session. SMCI down 6%, NVIDIA down 3, MU down 1, QQQ pushing.
By the way, where is that? Who said that? Is that in Discord?
Yeah.
So I just want you guys to see this. 1 second.
Another new high on Qs. Relative high, anyway.
GCS is slow. Oh, goodness.
Looking at waiting.
But so looking at SPY, yes, SMCI, MU, whatever are pushing or whatever, they're flushing, but they're a very small percent
Right.
of the S&P 500. So the top 10 holdings makes up roughly 40% of the SPY. NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, the rest of this list is what makes up 40% of the entire S&P. You go to QQQ. These top 10 holdings make up 50, almost 46, 47% of the QQQ. So it's not necessarily that like semis are down. It's more that is NVIDIA and Broadcom down. Because Walmart is also 3%, shockingly. I don't know how Walmart is in the QQQ, but I don't know how that works. But Walmart's currently ripping right now, and it's 3% of the NASDAQ. So could that be contributing? Absolutely. So just something to consider when you're looking at the difference between SPY and QQQ.
We're dropping again on ES.
Kind of makes me want to get out at break even, I'm not going to lie.
And not have the mental fatigue for the rest of the day.
Yeah, like practically break even now. Like, should I just get out?
Like anytime it starts looking good too, when you go and look at NQ and it's just hovering right at the open.
Yeah.
It's being a bit of a pain.
I'm holding.
Where are you targeting?
Well, I'm in the trade, so at the moment I've sat through this drawdown. I'm not going to pull a break even when I know I've already defined my risk. So let's remove yours. There, here's my trade here. It's a break and retest of the opening range low. I know shorts have been a little bit more tricky to play out, but you know I've got my stop at 608, so I'm fine with where we're sitting right now. If we get back down to like 580, I'll look to start taking. So I won't maybe go for full low of day, but I still like this price action at the moment. You know, so
if price gets to 87, 75,
yes,
80,
like there, then I'll start to see. I would like to see what we do there, but now that we're trading back underneath opening range low and the New York session view app, I'm gonna try and hold.
QQQ with a rejection looks a little bit better, and then it just gets bought right back up on the 15 minute.
If it gets to 87, I will move my stop to break even, and I will take a break even trade. But if it gets to 87, I'm not going red on this.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
I would add a section in the IB trade guide about what to do with both sides of breaks same time, because that's what the report on chart returns. I'm not sure what you mean there.
Add a section. Both side breaks.
I did get out. Yeah, I've had well over. This would be my third loss with that double entry. I had Globex that I lost last night, so I got to stop after 2 on the day.
I kind of want to pull my stop in a little bit, obviously not to break even because I'm in drawdown right now, but I kind of want to pull my stop like a few points to this high. Like if this bounces again and makes a new like structural high for like the last 30 minutes, like I think it's just going to like blast to high of day. I just the
Qs does not
QQ
look good.
Nasdaq is insane right now.
It's very annoying at the moment.
I've
For
sat
everyone
in
in the
too long
stream,
to take it short, Andre. So I'm just gonna hold until if it moves higher. But I still like it.
till he goes to
No,
sleep.
89. Sorry, Zink. Go ahead.
For everyone in the stream, make sure you comment edgeful. We are about to do that giveaway for the 5 months of edgeful, 5 1-month plans of edgeful.
I was gonna say it's 5 people are gonna win 1 free month.
Yeah.
I just logged into my Tradeify accounts because if I am going to trade it, I'll do it on a different one. For whatever reason, I don't know if the dashboard is glitched. I have 8 funded accounts.
How many do you actually have?
You're only supposed to have 5.
Well, maybe you're.
I get an additional 3
Maybe
for
special.
nothing.
Maybe you got a little. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit special.
Their dashboard went down last night, and when I couldn't take any trades because it wasn't refreshing what the day's green report was.
Yeah.
And then this is my first time logging back in. Now it's looking a lot better on SPY. Much better.
I'm moving my stop to 93.
No, this is going low of day now.
I'm moving my stop to 93.50. I'm not letting this bounce on me right now.
I do like this.
I'm still, that would be losing, but
Sure.
what are you saying,
It up
Jane?
be well too.
No, I mean, it's coming directly off the new, as Zink just mentioned, it's coming directly off that New York session VWAP. So a little bit of an annoying trade, slower trade, but I always like to give myself, this is me personally, like I've got $1,000 of risk on this trade. I gave myself more room. Like it's a little bit different on the CFD. So I can have my stop here and have $1,000, or have my stop here and have $1,000. Can have my stop at all-time highs and have $1,000. So, you know, I got a lot more leeway, I would say, with the price action. Where I know
Bro, you
Andre,
mean 20 points higher all-time highs?
Yeah, exactly. It's only 20 points higher. But I do like this move off of New York session viewer. That's a 5-minute close right now. So we just had that close. If we can,
That does look
you know,
good.
maybe get back down to like 82, I'll look to start trimming.
I'm getting full out at 82. My stop is at break even. If I get stopped out at break even, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm getting out at 82. I'm not looking for low of day. I'm not sitting in this trade for another 40 minutes as this like pulls back.
NQ's finally starting to roll over. Look at that. Finally starting to get a move off the highs too.
I think if we confirm below 660 for NQ, 30,660, that would be a good signal. But yeah, look at us shorting.
James, how do you feel about Myles Garrett trade to the Rams? Hey, I think it's similar to this trade. It's a bit indecisive. I don't know.
Dude, is that the guy that looks like a machine?
Dude, I don't know what
Looks
the
like
Browns are doing.
Optimus
They're like,
Prime.
he was all defensive player of the year last year, and Browns have. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but anyway.
There you go. Warmex, your green.
I just closed it. Full out.
Okay, nice.
I'm done.
Nice. What's that? Like 4 points, 5 points?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, well, take that. It's green, not red. So
Yeah. So I got out at 85.50.
sure.
5.25 points. Bang. Satin drawdown. Talk about a negative risk to reward.
Yeah, but it actually didn't go. But it didn't go that much into drawdown. It just sat there for a while. Like it was only like 4 points in drawdown.
Q just bounced off its VWAP perfectly
Yep. I am out.
to the wick.
0.5 risk to reward there.
If it's not 2R, don't talk to me.
Dude, if it's not 8R, don't talk to me.
Yeah, you got me there.
Isn't Myles Garrett that like
So we do have
refrigerator?
Cast iron refrigerator.
Literally.
The densest it could be.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah, that was a tease.
Look how stacked this guy is.
Dude,
I was not talking about him. I was
He
talking
eats.
about the wick on Q's.
Oh, I was talking about Pipti's comment. Can you imagine how much this guy eats? That is insane. Well,
Couple more minutes for the giveaway.
yeah, I'm happy with my exit. I will take 5 points. I don't care. I'm not interested in sitting in this for the rest of the day. Apple's making that move down. Tesla's looking for a new high of day, which is hard to believe. But yeah.
Hopefully Q's doesn't keep bouncing though. Worst thing I can do for myself today is try to keep trading and end up profitable, but be profitable on the day from breaking rules.
Yeah, it's tough to like, if it was me, unsolicited advice, I would be like, dude, just go outside.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but it's tough sometimes because you're like, well, I could make it. What if I make it back or whatever else? Like, that's the tough part. But I actually personally find it helpful when you guys kind of like press me on the logic that I have. It's like, oh, you were short bias, now you're long bias, and now you're short bias again. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's helpful when you guys kind of like check me
a little bit.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, some people don't like
doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like, some people don't.
No,
like
it is good. You can't have yes men. You have to be guys who are like, dude, it's clearly not working. Just get out.
Yeah. Like, but some people don't like that.
Nope.
Sure.
Or they'll just keep going out of spite.
Dude. My audio sucks, right?
That's why I leave the closet open.
I was thinking about, like, I need to get those like foam padding, like the foam padding everywhere. I literally have a carpet, that table, a fan, and that's it in here. That's literally it. Like, I don't have anything else in here. I agree. Yeah, the sound is not good. This mic, which is the Blue Yeti, whatever, still can't protect from the echo. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, mine was very bad without that closet. I don't have a rug in here, so it's just all hard.
I have one, but I can hear the echo. I can hear it, but like, I also don't want to I don't want to put the foam padding on the walls because I think it'll make it really dark in here, which I don't really want to do. Did you see Steve goes, I have foam padding, but for a different reason, and someone else goes, Steve, I'm concerned.
Okay, I'm going to pull my screen back up and we'll get going on this.
Sure.
So we got 199. We'll give you guys another minute or two. So we do have more concurrent viewers in here than that.
We have
comment edgeful right here.
Just so you guys know, we have 1,011 people watching right now, which is pretty cool. That's concurrent, by the way. That's like right now, live, because this number goes up and down. It's not like all-time views like the way that it works on Twitter. It's concurrent people watching right now. So there's 1,000 people watching.
So there should be 1,000 people that made money on our shorts.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and roll the first one. We'll get right out here, right on time today. in Slack for the screenshots. If you guys do win, email hello@edgeful.com. Rick St. Thomas, first one. Congratulations. Get the screenshot. Just a second. Okay, next one coming in.
1,000 people looking at Zinc's open closet is hilarious.
That's my sound dampener.
It works
R.
better than mine.
Cortez, 74. Congratulations. We got Rick St. Thomas, R. Cortez, 74. 3 more to go.
Oh, Rick St. Thomas, he just won, and he went to
Mr. Army.
Northeastern.
Congratulations.
Dang. Go
We're
Husky.
looking a lot better on cues. Look at that dump. 100 view
What's
off
up,
there
James?
too.
Did he tell you that he went to Northeastern? How did you go to?
You just put it in the chat right now.
Oh, sick.
All right, next one coming in. GoBot 6103. I think he just won last week too, or the week before. Last one coming in, guys. So far we got Rick St. Thomas, R. Cortez 74, Mr. Army Soldier, and GoBot 6103. This is our last pick. SP 8944. Always good to see people that are active in chat when. So the 5 winners: Rick St. Thomas, R. Cortez 74, Mr. Army Soldier, GoBot 6103, and SP 8944. Email hello@edgeful.com. First time winning. Awesome. The giveaway is rigged. You'll see that it's rigged when James wins.
Yeah, if James wins, you'll know.
He secretly enters on like 5 accounts. There's 0603. All right. Again, email hello@edgeful.com. I'll get your codes. Screenshot of your YouTube login, please and thank you. And
Michael, what time are we breaking the IB? He goes.
Never.
You can look at the IB by time report. Check that out after we get off. IB by time. Watch
Could be a
the-
no
other
break
new
there
one.
too.
Volume and range by time as well. Right? Or what was it? Intraday volume and range. That's the one.
Intraday volume and range, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interesting reports that
Yeah.
Zinc, every week I show you a new one.
You do.
Pretty
Yeah.
much every other
You do.
week.
And I appreciate it. I like it.
All right, guys. Oh, never win anything. Awesome. SP 8944. Okay. See you later, guys.
Cheers, guys.
So,
I'm gonna end it here.